It's Thursday night, and it's time to unwrap Las Vegas. And that's right, it's time for Vegas Unwrapped. Everybody, right here on VegasAllNetRadio.com. And without any further ado, let's bring on tonight's host, as always, Mr. Aaron Phillips and Ricky Cash.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, coming to you live from the Vegas All Net Radio studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where we are from. Beautiful Vegas, a little windy, a little chillier today than it has been, but it's still a beautiful time of year in Las Vegas. Mr. Cash, I should say Mr. Crash, how are you, sir?
I'm fine.
We'll have to tell the story about Crash.
Well, man, he brought headphones tonight.
I know. You know what? He found them, and you know where they were? Right where he left them the last time.
What, a year and a half ago?
Exactly. Right next to his laptop. Oh, we have a special guest coming in the studio, Mr. Cash.
Unbelievable.
We heard her for the first time last week on the telephone all the way from West Virginia, but now the anointed Bobby Kitty has entered the studio.
It's West Virginia.
West Virginia.
We've the cat family has now come full circle.
Yeah, we got Mrs. Bobcat, we got Bobcat, now we have Bobby Kitty.
And Mrs. Bobcat.
That's what I said.
I didn't hear the Mrs.
That was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Turn that Is
that headset on?
Working good.
Jeez Louise.
God.
Hello, dear. Welcome.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Vegas.
Thank you.
You excited?
Yes.
All right. Your soft words now that we have you live. Last week you were on the phone. You were just wheeling and dealing. Tonight, now you're live in the studio, and we've got her hesitating, Bobcat. We're going to have to break her out of that mode.
That's it. You know what? You know there's going to be some changes, right?
What's that?
Well, you know there's going to be some changes.
Like what?
She's looking for a job.
Really?
I could teach her this.
I bet you could.
Real quick.
What did you do? You were a bartender, right?
Yes.
Good. How long were you bartending?
11 years.
11 years. So you got good people skills.
Yes.
Good mad people skills. All right, we'll have to. I'll have our people call your people, and we'll see what we can do.
Set the agents up, and we'll work
exactly. Exactly. We'll figure out a way to bring in the whole Kitty clan. So
Bobcat.
Yeah.
We're way ahead of you. We are so far ahead.
I'm telling you, we didn't wake up last night.
Did you wake him up? You got him. Actually, you got him up.
She woke him up. Oh. No. She woke him up.
She woke him up.
I saw her walking past while we were in the
conference room.
Conference room.
Okay.
She walked by John twice, and John didn't even know how was she.
Yeah, I did.
Well, the second time around, he did. Yeah.
Well, listen, these guys are old.
Initially, I thought she was one of Corey's guests.
Oh,
And so
well.
it didn't register. Then when I saw her walking out with you, it was like, hey!
Bobby Kitty's in the house.
Corey's not a happy camper right now.
Corey, what?
She had Tess Holiday, which is the full-sized figure model.
Oh, I saw her post that on her page. Yeah.
And this was the second go-around. Tess sort of slid on the first time.
Uh-oh.
Multiple emails, and it happened twice.
And
no
she's
call.
not coming on this show.
That's right. Well, I give Corey credit for giving her second chance.
Nikki Momager is not a happy camper.
No, she's got no shot on a third go.
No wonder why they were a little exasperated leaving the hallway as we were seeing them on the way in.
Yeah, and she had a bad cold to begin with, Mama.
Yeah.
So she was not happy. She didn't need that.
No. But that's okay.
So what's in line for tonight, guys?
Well, what's in line for tonight? Sitting between Cash and I, which, of course, when you're on the radio, you can't see this very moment until you see the YouTube upload that JPEG is doing remotely. But we're proud to say, launching May 7th at 11 a.m. right in this very studio. Well, not really this one. The one down the hallway, the new location for VANR, will be a show called Good Medicine, hosted by one Holly Davis, who is sitting here in studio for her inaugural release to the public about her show. And we're going to talk with her in the first hour. And then coming up in the second hour,
Oh, God.
I don't know if your daughter's going to be sticking around for the second hour because we tend to digress, but it won't be too bad because we have a representative from Relay for Life of Henderson coming in because on the 18th is the relay down there at Foothills High School where Cash and I, for year number 4,
4 in a row,
will be emceeing the Relay for Life event for Susan G. Komen. Right, Susan G. Komen?
No,
American Cancer Society.
Yes.
So we'll be down there for that. This year it's from noon to midnight. on April 18th. We'll be down there doing our thing. So, they got enough ridicule over the late hours over the last couple of years, so I think they're smart shutting it down to midnight with all the music and noise.
And the police and all that stuff.
Yeah, they don't need that stuff. That's not a good reputation. So,
Not for a fundraiser, at least.
Police is a good group. I like their.
yeah, Sting was good when he was there. By the way, a shout out down to Tornado Alley down in Louisiana. Brandy is currently listening, but she sent me a message earlier. She's dodging tornadoes down there like every 2 hours, and they're getting closer to her home down there. But she's got us hooked up. She's listening, so be safe down there, Brandy. We're thinking of you, and at least we'll give you something to take your mind off them tornadoes. Tornadoes? Is
Tornadoes.
that do you get tornadoes? Did you get tornadoes up in West Virginia at all? No tornadoes?
No, there are too many mountains there.
Well, I don't know. We get tornadoes.
Not
There's
in the
tornadoes that touched down in Vegas a couple of years ago.
But
Those are
West Virginia.
Dust
No,
Devils.
yeah, really. Dust Devils is right.
Of course, the crew is here. Bobcat behind the board. JPEG out in front of the camera, but of course, coming up also at the tail end of the first hour. What the hell are you doing there, Bobcat?
By the way,
you hanging yourself on the cord?
We got so much darn equipment in this thing. I'm going to tell you something. We're going to shrink this stuff down. And I'm already putting in my first request.
Put in the suggestion box and let me know how that works out for you.
Okay.
Doing It with Styles will be coming up at the end of the first hour as well. Can't wait to hear who John's going to be awarding this week on his annual. So a lot of things coming down the pike, Mr. Cash.
No question about it. This is one of the shows that we're gearing up towards our outdoor activities.
Oh, my God. Speaking of which, we're doing a remote show next week.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Yes,
Tell
we
us
are.
about that.
We will be coming to you live from a place called the Cobalt Data Management Service Center here in Las Vegas up on West Cheyenne. And I got an opportunity to do a walkthrough yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. This place is a 35,000 square foot office. You can actually do a tour. You can sign up and do tours of this data center where they do all this stuff. And we'll be coming to you from there next week. Live from the Lee Team Spring Mixer. It's a networking event put on by the Lee Team. Of course, that's Mark Weinberger, who did the spotlight on Mark and Nicole, who did the spotlight on Vegas Business Show.
Nicole's going to be there?
Probably, yeah. You know, she changed her hair color.
No.
Not happy.
What now?
She's brunette. She did the pinup pictures,
Which came out.
came out very well. I told her I was so disappointed she changed to the redhead.
Yeah,
No
the
fiery,
red.
no fiery redhead.
No fiery redhead.
No. Told I was very disappointed.
Yeah, it's a secondary disappointment for me.
Secondary?
me.
Well, for him, it's
I
primary.
still like her.
No, for
Well, no,
him,
I
it's-
still like her. Actually, I can say I almost love her, but the red hair, man, that was my thing.
kryptonite.
That's right.
By the way, this
true.
This place
true.
that we're going to, is it near Sabatino's?
It is actually in the business offices behind Sabatino's.
What a great break.
Right, exactly. So we could be there at 6. We have to be there. I told them we'd be there about 6 to set up, but we could certainly plan an early dinner,
Garlic knots.
at least.
Oof,
Thank God it's after Passover next week.
thank
I'm
goodness.
there.
So we'll be there. Bobcat will be in studio making certain we coming through the Skype line. And by the way, considering we're coming from a data center, I was assured we're going to have the best internet connection that man
That's
has
all I'm asking for.
created. So
All I'm asking for.
So we'll have no problems next week on Skype.
And
so.
no parties, Bobcat.
What?
No parties in here while we're gone.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to what we're doing so that we know if we're on or off the air with Skype.
You never know with this guy.
I'm
He could have a
telling
whole racing team in here.
we'll have Bobby Kitty in there watching them for us. We'll make her the outside link to watch us. So that's what we got on tap tonight. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Rich Perez, who we've done shows with, who we all know.
Give him a round of applause.
Actually, we have
Rich, yeah.
he
Where's
was,
Rich at out there? Let's give Rich a nice
Yeah,
round.
give him a nice round of applause. He was informed this week that he is being inducted into the Nevada Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Very
I wonder
nice.
if he's going to talk about us in his acceptance speech.
He never-
Because we helped relaunch, get him back out there the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so
Don't count on it.
I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him about that. Besides, it'll help us if he mentions us.
You should at least send us some pizza and garlic nuts.
Something.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did you enjoy all the food the other
Oh
day?
yeah, man, the chicken. I've been. You know what? We'd been down there a couple of times. Ms. Bobcat and I've been down there, and I've been always wanting to order the chicken parm sandwich, but something always draws me away from it. Right? So yes, thank you very much. It was very.
It's a
good
good sandwich. I mean, you could tell I only ate half of it. It came out hotter than blazes.
Yep.
It was good. So New York Pasta Pizza, want to thank them for serving Cash and I the other day while we were here and bringing food back. Actually, not only for you, but Robin needed a little lunch, so we brought a little lunch for Robin too.
Yeah.
For all that she's been doing for us, wanted to give her a little thank you as well.
God bless her.
Absolutely. So we're just rocking. JPEG, what are you doing down? No microphone for you tonight.
I know.
This was the night we needed that little mobile microphone. Don't you have
I
that?
got one.
But we can't plug it in anywhere, can we?
No, we can't. They took that jack out.
That's headphones. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, where's
That's
Nikki?
not Nikki.
Where's Nikki?
That's not Nikki Lease. That is not Nikki Lease sitting down there on the end. So anyway,
God.
so let's see. Oh, it's almost that time already, almost for our first break.
Shout-outs?
Go for it.
Well, Charlotte's in the house tonight.
Lois and Mike are listening.
Yeah, they're back from their
back.
little New York
New York
trip.
jaunt.
I told you, his mom's 100 years
Yeah,
old.
God bless. Happy
That's
birthday
amazing.
to Mom. Speaking of 100 years old, someone is celebrating a birthday this Saturday.
Not me.
No, not you, John. Who else will be 100 years old?
That's it. He's getting me off early.
It can't be you because I know you're older than that.
Doesn't mean my birthday isn't changed.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Gee, what is with him
I don't
today?
know. It is Mr. Cash's birthday on this Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's turning 100 years old.
Minus a few.
Only a few. That's the thing.
Trust me. Anyway, I want to wish my buddy Michael out there in Charlotte get well because he got his first cortisone shot for his back and legs.
Also with the back and legs?
Yeah, same
The
thing.
two of you must have had a great race while you were back there.
Well, we both had our canes.
Yes.
It was
Winning by a cane, Mr. Cash.
Yeah, there you go. No, big milestone birthday coming up.
Yeah, the big 7-0 for Mr.
So,
Cash.
Let me ask you this. He has a cane. Was he able to use it?
He was able to use it.
Oh, really? That joke is not from paradise. That was terrible.
Yeah,
and it
I'm
was
sorry,
far
man.
from east of Eden.
Not even
Come
a-
on.
You know what he gets on that one, don't you?
Not even a second hour.
No, it's not even a second hour.
Not even a second hour
Oh, my
joke.
gosh. Oh, my gosh. We digress early. Don't worry. You'll fit right in here, Holly. Don't you worry about it. Holly was all nervous before coming on. What are we going to talk about? What are we going to... I was like, trust me, we've had conversations with this lady. She'll fit right in.
You've been here a few times with us.
I think the tequila helped.
Yes, that's what she's drinking in the coffee cup. That's right.
I'm trying to get chatty. Am I on?
Bailey.
Yeah, your
sure.
mic is now live. It's now
I saw him turn it on after I talked.
No,
so
I
I
didn't.
know.
No, that's just to check
You've
the
been
sound.
piping me down this whole time, and I wanted to say something about Nicole's hair too.
Yes, go ahead, please, by all means.
I think she should stay red till she's dead.
Thank
That's
you.
just my input. Let's
give her a round.
Absolutely.
Let's get her around for the cats here.
That's right.
She looks great though. I thought her pinup was adorable.
Yeah, no, her pinup pictures were great. Jessica, who took the pictures, Jessica Cram, she's part of the lead team group that I belong to Fridays. She just joined about a month ago. She does great photography, and we'll see her next Thursday at the mixer as well. But I agree with you. You've got to tell Nicole,
I will.
red till she's DED, dead.
DED.
Dead and done. I'll tell her.
All right, please do.
That's
put that
DUN, by the way.
DUN.
Done.
Dead and
Is he
done.
not ridic or what? I mean, come on.
Oh, here we go.
You know what it's
Don't
been? He's
tell
just,
him the words that you hate. Don't ever do that. Don't
That's
tell him
right.
the words that you hate.
I will store it like a sieve up here.
I got a shout out though. Can I do a shout out?
Please.
Can I? Okay.
Yeah.
Joy Hoover, who is the president of the Cupcake Girls.
Cupcake
CupcakeGirls.org. Oh, that's going to be a long conversation. It's not about cupcakes, but anyway,
Oh.
We actually work
Well,
with women in the adult industry. So
We'll
Joy
have to
Hoover-
talk about
yes,
that.
we'll
Let me
talk
look
about-
that-
let's talk about
Let me look
that.
that website up.
go
now.
ahead, the
I know it.
CupcakeGirls.org. Anyway, she's the one that told me that word, and every time she says it, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What, cupcakes?
Yeah,
That's a cash-ism, dear.
Cupcake Girls.
the CupcakeGirls.org. Nope.
No,
it.
not that one.
Wait.
Well, that's .com. That's why.
No, .org. It's a nonprofit organization. We work with a lot of people in the adult entertainment industry because
me the
there's a
website
lot
again.
that actually work in this town. You would be amazed,
CupcakeGirls.org.
right?
Cash
So
has
it's an
that
underserved,
memorized. I can't get him
population.
to remember his glasses, but he remembers the website.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
And other
Cupcake
places.
Girls.
Seattle.
Dot
And we actually have a branch there, but we volunteer with her, and she actually does hair as well. So she's the one that graciously gave me that beautiful word that
that I'm now
it makes me
riding to
cringe.
death.
I have a
Yes.
word for the night.
What is it?
Focus.
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 I saw that post of
There
yours.
you go.
I don't know why.
That's our word
I don't know why
for
it's
Here,
not
let me
coming.
Great live radio here. Just
Yeah, go.
We'll find it. We'll find it. The
Yeah,
Cupcake Girls. Put Las Vegas Cupcake Girls.
Oh, okay. I'll find
So
that. during
anyway,
the
that's
break.
my shout out, Joy.
Okay,
whoever
yeah,
gave
absolutely.
you
Hi,
that
Joy.
one.
Maybe it's someone you should have her on your show.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
if it's about Girls of the Night, we'll have her on After Dark here on Vegas Unwrapped.
I have my camera.
Okay, I just hit him, Joy. Just so you know. Just smashed
No,
it for
thank you, Joy, for listening. We appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. No matter what device you have us on, iPad, iPod, your telephone. Remember, you have the downloadable app. Go to your Play Store, whether you have an Android or your iPhone on Apple, and download VANR.
And if you can get one more person, a friend of yours, to listen, we'll get into double figures.
Great. Great. 1,689 is our Facebook page. Check it out,
What
Vegas
happened
Unwrapped.
to 1704?
Facebook did a thing a couple of weeks ago where they basically killed inactive pages.
Kilt them?
They killed them.
KILT.
Yes. Where basically we must have had about 40 of them, and Facebook went in and deleted those accounts, and so our numbers went from 1,720 down to like 1,675.
Maybe those people were dead.
Maybe they were.
DED.
No, I lost some as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
we
back
did.
up to 1,689, so it's getting back up there. We want to get back and up and over 1,700. So that'll have to be Kitty Bobcat. It's job to help us get back up and over. So get all your friends to like our page. All right, it's time for our first break, Mr. Bobcat. Why don't you take us to break?
We can certainly do that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the first 15-minute segment. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped right here, Studio 3A from the Las Vegas Unwrapped Studios. You got it. We're back with Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG on the video. Yours truly, the Bobcat on the board. We're back right after this, everybody.
All right, welcome back to the craziness that we call Vegas Unwrapped. By the way, our phone lines, because you're going to want to call in and talk to our next guest, 702-483-4444. You know, that number should be 483-7777, don't you think? All sevens. This is Vegas, for crying out loud.
Somebody else has got that number already.
Well, I want it.
Well, go talk to Caesars then.
Is that who has
Oh,
that?
you know
number?
what?
Does Caesar-
777 movers. They probably have it.
All
Remember
of the
them?
7777777 numbers are gone.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to make new ones. Anyway, 483-4444. Or you can try to Skype us at Vegas Allnet Radio. Joining us now officially at the mic, even though she spoke in the first segment, which is okay. Holly Davis,
that a lot.
new show host of a show debuting here on Vegas Allnet Radio come Thursday, May 7th at 11 a.m. Good Medicine is the name of the show. How are you, Holly?
I'm doing good. I'm super excited.
I know you are. And
Super excited.
And congratulations.
Can you hear me?
Congratulations on you've got a sponsor for the show.
I sure
and-
do.
Yeah, why don't you give them a pop? Let's
I am.
let's say
Another
thank you.
shout out is Dr. Katrina Haslett, a surgeon, OBGYN, and she's with Women's Health Associates of Southern Nevada, and she's going to be the title sponsor for the program Good Medicine, and I'm totally ecstatic.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Ecstatic.
That's great. That is tremendous.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
How did you
Tremendous.
how did you get involved with her?
Wow, Cash, you're so perceptive. Actually, you know what? It's a good story. It's a good story. My fifth child.
Yes.
I wanted a different doctor than the four previous, and so I wanted to be caught a little. I wanted a lady, want a woman, and when it's your fifth, you can demand stuff like that, right?
Sure, I guess.
Wanted to be coddled, and
I would think you start with the first.
well, so when I went to go meet her, and she introduced herself as a surgeon, I'm like, that's the lady, because this will be my fifth. It was my fifth C-section. I'm done with having children, by the way. Thanks to Dr. Haslett. And so
Factory's been shut down. Inventory's been pulled.
we're done. We're good. We're good. But anyway,
close
she's
for
an
the
amazing
winter.
surgeon.
Close for the winter. Jeez.
Okay, let's not depreciate the show now. Let's go.
listen.
Let's keep moving.
Too
Keep
late.
moving.
Sorry.
Incredible lady. So I'm so glad that she is going to be the show sponsor. Is that the right
Yeah,
word?
that's
Title
it.
sponsor.
Title
Yes,
sponsor,
yeah.
title advertiser, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it, we'll say thank you.
Thank you.
That's great. We appreciate that she's joining on and supporting your efforts to bring your show to the airwaves. Let's talk a little bit about your show. Why don't we first talk about what your background is, what you do, and really what the synthesis has been about the show and why we're taking it to the air.
Okay, well, I want to go as far back as I did start in radio when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. It's a wonderful love affair. It's an amazing hobby, and it brings very interesting people radio people are very interesting. but
Yes.
You can't get radio out of your head. Once you start radio, you'll have dreams about, dead air, those kinds of things.
That's
and
right.
I couldn't get it out of my system. So I actually met Nicole a few months back, and she was telling me about radio, and I got super excited about it. But anyways, so that's why, one of the reasons why I'm here. What?
No,
What?
I got unplugged.
Oh, sorry.
So I can do sound effects.
So anyways, I am a counselor. And so
And how long have you been doing that?
everybody looked at me. It's too bad you guys can't see this in radio, though.
Oh, they
What
can.
kind of counselor?
I am a clinical professional counseling intern. So it's I like to stick with counseling.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference between counseling, therapy, all those words that are scary because we're still kind of in the dark ages when it comes to counseling. It has a stigma to it, I guess. But no one wants to say they're going to a counselor
Right.
or seeing their shrink or a therapist or whatever. I'm a huge fan of asking for help when you're down.
Absolutely.
You can't do it alone. No man is an island. So I think I think everybody should have a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I do is basically I listen to people. And it's nice to have a listening ear. We all need it.
You didn't know you were a therapist, did you, as a bartender?
It's true.
Yes, it is.
It's true. It is true. It is
Well
true.
aware of that. Huh?
You can't get past the cat family.
It's true. Well, I would be in the grocery store line and people would tell me their life story. I'm thinking, I better get an education so I don't mess anybody up. And so
Better make it official.
I've been doing this for a little while, about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so the show is going to be Good Medicine. My website is Good Medicine Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to my Indian roots. Good Medicine is an Indian name. However, the Good Medicine it's not that I'm a medical doctor and we're not going to give medical advice, but Good Medicine is all the things that make us healthy. So self-care. So the program will basically be about health, living, well-being.
And you're going to do a lot of education on
A
that.
lot of education and a lot of treatment.
Right.
How do you treat depression? What is depression? People probably, everybody, anxiety. 86% of the population suffers from anxiety. So, you're not alone if you get anxious and nervous. And everybody has an ism that they use when
Right.
they're anxious. And so I just want to give healthy ways to deal with it.
I imagine that as your show develops, you'll probably be taking a lot of calls
I hope so.
from people
That's
that
right.
may say, I have this problem. What would you suggest? That type of thing.
Yeah, sure. And you know what? Most of the time, you know what you need to do. It's just nice to have somebody to process that with. I mean,
Right.
how many of you have somebody that you can call, 5 or 6 people on the bat line that you can call when you're down? And if you don't, I highly recommend that you do. And then for those people who don't or that are isolated, and you'd be amazed, this town is a big town, and it's full of people who don't have a lot of family here. It's not a family town, pretty much a lot of transients. And so, it's just nice to have somebody that you can talk to. It's a
Absolutely.
neutral person in your life with no judgment.
Listen, I'll be the first to say it right on the air. I mean, I saw a psychologist for a while after my mom passed. And actually, I went through 2 rounds with her, where I went through one couple of year segment of my life without medication support because I thought I can handle it. And then when she and I thought I was back to normal, it was probably about 2 years later. I was up in Sacramento. I was a lieutenant governor of Kiwanis, and I was being retired. My term was up. So as I'm sitting in the hotel waiting for my shuttle to get me to the airport to come home, I was reading USA Today. And I was starting to fall back into some of my old habits. I wasn't feeling well, the energy, blah, blah, blah. And I read this little paragraph story. I mean, it could have been more than 3 or 4 paragraphs big about Terry Bradshaw, who was suffered from depression terribly with all of his 2, 3, 4 wives and kid, whatever. And the story talked about how when he was on the set of Fox Sports, you would know that there was a problem. The camera's on, he's on stage, he's go get him. As soon as the camera went off and he walked off set and was going back to his dressing room, he just went off the edge. And so he then went back and got medical support and got medication to help with that. And that's what inspired me to go back, because I realized I needed additional help because I was coming off the stage. For a year, I was doing all these motivational speaking engagements as a lieutenant governor and rah-rahing and motivating and teaching. And I was great when I was up on the stage, but as soon as I was done for the night, I'm in the car. I'm like, So he inspired me, reading his story, to go back for more help. And, I'm still on the medication support system right now as well, but it certainly has helped. And so You know, and I bet there's, what would you say the percentages are out of a group of 100 that's probably seeing somebody and doesn't admit it? What, 70%, 80%?
Well, I think even before that, I would say that I can't even tell you the number of people who need to be seeing a doctor or need to have medical management and go completely untreated. Depression is treatable. When you're going through bereavement, it's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest stressors of all time. Losing your mom, losing anybody, is one of the biggest stressors. And what do people do? Do you know that you can cry? Did you know? Did anybody ever tell you that? Did you know that the emotions that we're feeling we're humans?
Right.
We're humans. And so medical management, here's what I say about medical management. I'm not a medical doctor, but I say no one should have to try to be a hero and try to do these things and make yourself happy or make yourself feel good. Along with therapy, I feel like if you have to have medical management, I think along with therapy that, we got to do self-care. If you had cancer and you needed medication, you'd be a hero, right? Because you're surviving. But if you are depressed or you have anxiety, why is it in society we can't say, I'm sad? Or why can't we cry? I'll give you something to cry about. Don't you cry. Do you need a tissue? Stop crying. No, it's okay to cry. It really is okay.
To cry
Yeah, I'll give you something.
Oh my gosh.
I let my kids cry. I'm just saying, crying is okay.
I brought you into this world. I could take you. I love that one.
Stop that crying.
Make another one look just like you.
Yeah, really.
So thank you for being vulnerable, sharing your show. But look at Robin Williams. I mean, this is affecting everyone. For us to pretend in a society that this doesn't exist is absurd. It affects us all.
When he passed last year, going through that, entertainers and stars, I don't want to say this the right or the wrong way, but they come and they go, passing, and look at all the celebrities that we've lost way early. When his story broke, and I loved watching, the phenomenal entertainer, and that story really affected me. And I think for the first time, the passing of an entertainer like a Robin Williams, I think really affected our country in a way that I think surprised many people. You
know what? I'm telling you, it was devastating for all of us. And really, as a culture, we don't really know how to mourn. We don't know how to express or convey our emotions besides anesthetizing or escaping or Facebooking. As he's a fish.
No, I'm putting your message on here on our Facebook page. That's how I communicate during the show.
Or cell phone or any kind of ism that we can do to escape pain. We don't want to talk about pain.
Absolutely.
Right? And so
absolutely.
This was so blatant when Robin Williams committed suicide. I mean, he committed suicide, and the message is that to isolate and to say that and to be alone during that time is my message for the entire program is you don't have to be alone. It is treatable. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it really is, education, and here's some ways that you can treat it.
Let's stop right there for a quick break. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped with Phillips and Cash. Guest in studio, Holly Davis, show host of a new show debuting May 7th called Good Medicine. And just based on what you've just heard, if you're not going to want to listen into this show, you do need help. I'll tell you that much.
Call me.
Call me. We'll be back with more right after this. All righty, welcome back. I'm looking at a picture from Instagram.
Is that the cupcakes again?
No.
Oh, you're off that now.
I'm off the cupcakes.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on a pure chocolate fudge cake with little shavings of like triangular pieces of chocolate. It's a 21st birthday cake, but geez, that was good. Somebody, one of my Facebook friends.
Chocolate is very therapeutic. I'm a big believer. Big believer.
Damn right.
Unfortunately, my diabetic doctor doesn't anymore.
And you know what you get for that, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
One more time.
I have to tell you, I'd be lying if I said what I was about to say. So
of course you would. Of course you would. Who are you trying to impress?
No.
Why the manners?
It was just a stupid thought that popped into my head. But I was going to say, since I got sick 2 years ago, I haven't had any real chocolate. It's all been dietetic stuff, but I'd be lying because I know I've cheated.
I didn't know Three Musketeers comes in a diabetic form, did you?
Actually, there is a Three Musketeers light out there. There is, actually.
Oh, have you ever tasted it?
It's cardboard.
It's nasty.
I know. That's why if I'm going to go to pot, I might as well go to pot the whole way.
It does taste like cardboard.
It's terrible.
No. If you're
How do you know it? How do you know it?
Go to Colorado. Go to Colorado. What's that?
How do you know what cardboard tastes like?
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Anyway, we're live in studio with Holly Davis, show host of Good Medicine, debuting here on Vegas All Night Radio Thursday, May 7th at 11 a.m. to start your midday off the right way. And I quite frankly, in listening to what you were saying in the before break, Your show is going to be very therapeutic for a lot of people, just in the education process, and whether people call in or not, I don't think it's going to be important because we'll get the show out on podcasts and everything else. But listening to your advice and listening to your direction and education, your show is going to be very therapeutic for a lot of people just on the surface alone.
You going to have any soft music in the background?
You know what I was thinking about for music? For example, when we have the day that we're going to be talking about anxiety,
Right.
I'd like to hear Under Pressure from Queen.
There you go.
We'll just kind of spice up. Every show we'll have a new song. You know?
Who's working this
Isn't that
show?
a good idea?
I like that.
Smart,
I like
huh?
that a lot.
I like that.
It hasn't been assigned yet. Are you putting your hat in the ring?
Are you making notes?
Are you making notes?
I see big.
Well, you're-
We're going to switch it up.
I see big time production coming.
Well, you're
It'll be
here on
fun.
Thursdays
I
anyway.
have a camera.
Yes.
No, I'm not up on Thursday. It's Thursday. Where the hell am I at now?
I said you're on Thursdays anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
good. That'll be great. You'll love it.
I like
I'm not high maintenance. It's fine.
I like
Okay.
when we like when Bobcat manages our shows as part of the production team because he knows what we want in the end result. So, but soon everybody will be
Which
part
is
of
chaos.
which is chaos.
That's the only way. That's the best
Controlled
control.
chaos.
That's controlled chaos. That's me.
Anyway, so give us an idea. Let's say May 7th, 7, 14, 21. You got 4 shows. Give us some ideas what you have in mind for your first month.
Well, initially, I just want to do a lot of education. You know,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I think maybe the main and the first is depression. What is depression? How is it treated? Anxiety. What is anxiety? How is it treated?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us probably have anxiety? I don't know. One of my favorites is psychosis. That's a fun one.
Psychosis is
that.
great.
Psychosis. You like that too?
Yeah, I do
was
too.
thinking about calling that show "Marveling at the Madness." Marveling
that's
at the
not bad either.
madness.
That's
Isn't
not-
that interesting?
That's not bad either.
You know, back in the day,
Well, you better hurry up and decide what you're going to name the show so I can send it into the studio here.
back in the day, people would actually bring people who had psychosis, who were hearing voices, who were
Right.
mad. They called them madmen,
Right.
and they would literally bring them into the pub and have a drink, have a lager with them, and just have conversations because they were great entertainment. So, but mistreatment of people who have mental illness, and just advocacy. I think people who have mental illness, and especially psychosis, you're hearing voices, seeing things. You're my hero that you actually got up that day and did normal things that it's got to be very difficult.
I like the people that hear the voices and then they talk back to them, and you've ever seen them in public? They're
Yes.
hysterical.
Wait.
But
How do you know that they're not talking to other people, especially with the new Hadron Collider getting ready to prove that there are parallel dimensions here? So how do you know
Interesting.
that they're not talking to people in another dimension?
I thought you were going to ask me about Bluetooth. Who are they talking?
Yeah, who can
right.
say that they're not listening
Yeah.
to voices? Who
Yeah.
can say no,
Absolutely.
you're not listening to voices?
We may
Absolutely.
be the crazy ones.
That's right.
Maybe they have something we don't have. I, mean, I don't
I
know.
didn't mean to say that crazy.
That's Carolyn Milne talks and hears voices
Yes.
and spreads her messages.
Archangels.
That's right. Her
I like the
archangels.
archangels.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But that again, it's treatable.
Yeah.
And crazy. Hey, we're all crazy. We're all crazy. We're all sane. We're all young. We're all old. We're all. Cash, you're
First step
Young
to
at
recovery.
I know.
young as you feel. And we're going to talk about feelings, how to feel better, how to self-care. What is self-care?
It's this third millennium that's getting me down.
And you're going to have guests throughout your shows too, right?
I
Depending
sure
upon
am.
your topic.
I sure am. Actually, Dr. Katrina Haslip might be one of my first
There
guests.
you go.
Cool.
Sure.
I'd like to have her out too.
And we gave you a lead on another one the other day.
Yeah.
Allison Sinai.
Yeah, she'd be great.
Did you ever send Holly her phone number?
Well, I just got Holly's Facebook.
We're just now
invite.
friends.
But you
We're-
gave me
hey,
friends.
But she gave you a business card 3 days ago with her
Yeah,
phone number with
but
a number on it. At
I-
least.
you know me. I'm going to do it the right way. Through Facebook.
He can barely remember where his computer's at.
I know. It's
I know where it's at. It's in that blue bag.
right next to his headset that it was there a year and a half. Where's your headset? I don't know. It's right where he left it a year and a half ago.
It's all good. I can hear.
Both ears?
Both ears.
Oh, boy. And we recommended to you that you buy your own headset, too,
Yeah.
Miss Holly.
These are beautiful. What do you mean? These are awesome. They smell wonderful. All the things about radio that I missed. I miss
right.
this.
It's like getting back into the locker room.
You know, her and Sandy are like, you know why they like those headphones, don't you? They don't mess their
They don't
hair
mess
up.
my
Yeah,
hair.
see, their hair, see?
I can't relate.
My flower, too.
Well, I don't
I
care.
don't have that problem.
Yeah,
My
we
flower
can't.
smashed? Yeah. A client gave this to me. Little bitty client.
that's
and I
very
said,
nice.
I'll wear this in my hair for the rest of the day, okay? So there it is.
There you go. At least now,
being messed
you
with.
can't say that you lied to that client.
See, here's proof.
That's right.
So I do work with people of all ages,
Okay.
3 to 103.
3.
I'm not looking at you in particular. 3.
Yes, you
Seriously, 3.
And,
Seriously, 3.
and what
Yeah, really. What are you doing with a
might
3-year-old?
prompt you to
Color.
work with a
Color.
3-year-old?
3. Well, you know what?
They have
Believe it or
anxiety
not-
too, you know.
Believe it or not, children are not always treated the best way. Believe it or not,
So
there are
I
children who've been
understand.
mistreated,
Abused.
abused, and
I
it's
got
very
it.
sad. It's sad. However, I don't pity them. I don't feel bad for them. I can tell you right now that there is survival, there is overcoming, and they're going to be stronger and better for it. And they need a hand through it, you know. And that's what I do. I'm the cheerleader, and I'm an advocate. I'm the friend. I'm the friend, and we color. And they talk to me, and I listen, and that's what we do.
That
would
sounds
be
like
so cool.
that sounds like therapy right up Cash's alley with coloring.
I make adults color too, all the time.
You can only use the 5 basic colors with me, though, because after that it all gets confusing.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Yeah.
we'll just use primary. We'll just be.
Well, he's colorblind.
Primary I could do.
You know? Did you know that the smell of a Crayola is the most calming smell? Because what did we all do when we were little?
Stick them up our nose.
Eat crayons.
You stuck them up your
Eat
nose, but
crayons.
you ate them. You stuck them up their
My
nose.
granddaughter eats them. It's like her main course at dinner.
Well,
pass the, pass the yellow.
The typical people color with them.
Normal people.
I was always a big fan of the white paste.
You like the
It was
Glue,
tasty.
man. Yeah, the glue is great.
Put it on your fingers, and then when it dries, you peel it off with your fingerprints on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but 7th grade I stopped eating and started smelling it.
Yeah, man. You remember the
Much
old,
better.
you remember the old mimeograph machines?
Airplane glue.
Airplane glue, baby. You should have seen my models. I had the wings on the tails on the wings, but I didn't care. I was
Stoned.
You're
Stoned.
stoned.
That's another thing we do. We do deal with drug abuse.
Oh, you get stoned on the show?
No.
I'm signing up
And
for
you
this.
guys aren't allowed to
people
get
to
stoned
be
on the
on
show
that.
either.
We don't do
None
that.
of that.
That's funny. That's funny right there. Well, it is internet radio. You can do anything you want to, pretty much. So,
Yeah, well,
Pretty
let's
much
not
so.
go there.
all right. Give out a contact phone number for if someone does want to contact you in the meantime. You know, if someone wants to talk to you in the meantime, what's the best way?
702-626-9400.
There you go. And the website is goodhealthranch.com, right?
Good Medicine
Not even
Ranch.
close.
He was so.
Good medicine.
I was just checking to see if you were listening.
www.goodmedicineranch.com.
Exactly.
And then
And that number again?
702-626-9400. I hope. That's it.
It sounds
I don't
sounds
call
like a good
myself-
no, it sounds like a good
I don't
number.
call myself very often.
And for those of you on YouTube, just look at the bottom of your screen.
We'll have it
Make
on.
an appointment.
That's right. But mark your calendars. Thursday, May 7th, 11 a.m. right here on Vegas On That Radio to tune in to the Good Medicine Show with Holly Davis.
I'd be happy to work her show.
All right.
There you go.
Just remember that when you start bitching to me. I got too many hours and show's working.
Mine's going to be
No,
fun.
We'll take that up with the operations manager.
Or I can slide it over to the new guy that's in charge of the board operator schedules.
We're not going to be eating Crayolas or sticking them up our nose or any of that kind of nonsense at my
Well,
show.
that'll-
We're going to have typical folks. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
Great.
No glue sniffing, nothing.
It's all right by me.
I hope it's as fun as this show. You guys are fun.
We try.
We try.
We try.
Sometimes too hard. Anyway, it's that time. Almost doing it with Styles time. Holly, thank you for sharing your insight with us. And we're really looking forward to the launch of your show next month. I think it's going to be great.
Thank you. Me too. I'm excited.
Good.
Thanks, Holly. Appreciate that. More coming with Holly and her brand new show. Hey, we're going to step aside for a break. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped here Thursday night at VegasAllNetRadio.com. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG on the video. Yours truly, the Bobcat. Still doing it with Styles, sports, and a lot more. And my favorite part of the program, Weird News. And guys, do I got one for you guys tonight. More after this.
Welcome back to the show, Vegas Unwrapped. Before we go to doing it with Styles, since baseball season started this week, I think it's time to go to the Vegas Unwrapped Sports Desk with Bob.
All right, let's do it. Come on. You guys want to start baseball? Well, here's your winners for you today. Mr. Cash, you're going to be a happy camper. Your Mets were a winner today. Right there, Colorado a winner. Detroit, Kansas City. Here and back in the winner's circle, Cleveland, Texas, Boston. I'm sorry, Mr. Phillips. Our New York Yankees took one on the chin today from Toronto.
Yeah, but A-Rod did hit his first home run of the season.
Well, that's good. He better start cracking them even more. Okay, NHL, we got 4 games on the ice so far. Montreal, Florida, Tampa Bay, and Carolina all winner. Of course, NCAA action. I was hoping for a big Wisconsin, but it didn't. Duke, your NCAA champion. NBA, we've got 2 games on the court tonight for you. Coming up a little bit later, it's going to be Chicago at Miami. Portland will visit Golden State. Hey, NASCAR. The doctors have cleared Kyle Larson. He will be at Texas, and he will run in the Duck Commander 500 this Saturday. The Xfinity Series has got the O'Reilly Parts 300, and the NHRA is in town this weekend, guys. On Pit Road Racing special guest, Miss Erica Enders-Stevens, the only woman that has ever won in the Pro Stock Division. She'll be our special guest come Saturday, 4 to 5. That's a look at sports for Vegas Unwrapped.
All right.
Nice job.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yes, sir.
Basketball over. Baseball in, dare I say, full swing.
Full swing.
Hockey playoffs starting in a week.
Basketball playoffs starting
Basketball
in 2
playoffs
weeks.
soon.
79% of the season tickets have been sold for our upcoming.
hockey?
Yes, 79% of the season tickets have been sold
That's
as
good.
of the paper yesterday.
That's good. All right. You know what it's time for, Mr. Cash?
Yes, I do. It's
Do?
that Styles guy.
All right. JPEG out in front of the camera. It's time for Doing It with Styles.
It's time for Doing It with Style.
You've either got or you haven't got style.
If you got it, you stand out a mile. Got or you haven't got class.
How it draws the applause of the masses. You've either got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got style.
When the introduction is longer than the actual segment.
and I've doubled the length of the segment just to compensate for that. And you
for it.
guys did a nice job of setting me up for tonight's award.
We did?
You really did.
Wow.
And I told you earlier I was going to be talking about old people.
Right.
And that's in deference to some of my older friends.
Right?
And also, we talked about Tiger Woods.
Yes.
And maybe he's burned out or had it, but you never know. So maybe when he gets older, he'll be able to do what Jack Nicklaus did yesterday.
Yeah.
Hit a hole-in-one. What?
On the 3-hole
On the par 3
competition.
Right. So 75 years old. Did you know that?
Way to go, Jack!
I know.
The
So
Golden
anyway,
Bear, man. The
As a
Golden
result,
Jack the Ripper.
that's right. Tonight's Doing It with Styles Award goes to Jack Nicklaus for his hole-in-one at the Augusta National.
Excellent.
And I haven't heard anything from Jack Nicklaus in years, and all of a sudden, bang. So,
Good for
Tiger, maybe there's some hope for you, bud.
Good job. Hole in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't playing in the Masters,
And-
but he was just
and-
there.
Well, it's a par 3 competition.
It's a pitch and putt contest.
He
really.
called it before.
Did he really?
Yes, before the game.
His Babe Ruth
Because
shot?
he was being interviewed, and he said the interviewer had asked him something about what will make this memorable, and he goes, "Oh, a hole-in-one would be really nice." And there you go. So
Can't
all you
beat
got to
that.
do is ask.
That's right. Exactly right. Good job. All right, Jack. You're going to send that to Jack now, too?
Damn right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see if he
which,
spelled it right.
of course, I did.
Okay.
It's not Jack Nicholson.
I know
This
that.
is the golfer guy.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Because Jack Nicholson isn't 75 yet. I think he's coming up on one of our birthday things. So
You don't think he's 75?
no, I think he's 73.
We'll have to look that up.
Who's that? Jack
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson?
No, Jack Nicholson.
No,
Oh,
his
that's
son is a lot younger.
God. Play the outro, please.
Thank you very much.
Please, hurry.
Thank you for listening to Doing It with Style. Heard exclusively on Vegas Unwrapped.
All right. Very good. Very good. Good job, Jack. Good job, JPEG. We appreciate it. Hey, I want to share this. I'm going to close out this segment with this question, because now that Holly's here, she could certainly impart her thoughts on this. And since Bobby Kitty is new to our city, this may be something that she maybe wanted paying attention to. I posted a question courtesy of a share that I did. Where would you take someone for a first date in Las Vegas? So I'll skip John Stiles' remark on there, but I've gotten a couple. Brandy, our friend Brandy, she replied Bonnie Springs. She thought it was a great place to take someone out there with all the different things to do.
If you don't like him, you have him shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea.
Have them hung.
Or have them hung.
That's even better.
Or stay up there
Blow him up in the outhouse.
or save them up there for the ghosts. And our friend Grace Full James, she mentioned the restaurant Monabi Gabi at Paris Hotel.
Absolutely.
Not a bad place, but that's going to put you back a couple of hundred, though.
Yeah, that's going to put you back a couple.
And
of
I don't know
hundred.
if I'm going to take a first date without.
All depends if you want to impress them.
But a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Depends on where you.
Starbucks for breakfast.
It,
Oh, God.
it depends on where you want to end the night.
That's true.
You know,
Might be hanging from the Eiffel Tower.
but naked no less.
Oh no! They clear the strip. They say a hazardous waste is out there. You kidding me?
I thought the second half of the show was about 10
You
minutes.
mean it's not after 8?
Pushing it again.
I lost track of the
Back
time.
east, it's well after 8 o'clock.
You ask him about all he's got his ears and his teeth. You got your eyes in tonight to see the clock, sir. I mean, okay.
So, what other suggestions would you have for first dates? Seriously,
Les Artistes
where's that?
in Paris.
In the Paris?
Yeah, really, really nice. It's a very intimate, very romantic place. They've got the dining downstairs, but they also have a balcony that surrounds the dining area that has these booths. The food is excellent. The price is great. They've got an awesome garlic mashed potatoes, and they got a creme brulee that.
Nathan's, New York, New York.
I took one of my dates there, and after dinner, having the creme brulee for dessert.
How many dates
She
did you have
looks up-
after that?
Oh, about a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
She looks up at me and she's eating the creme brulee, and she looks up at me and she goes, "I'll put out for this."
Oh my gosh!
God.
Oh lordy!
Down the tubes
Are
we
you
go.
kidding? That is sending Holly out the door as we speak.
Holly, we love you, honey.
I thought she was just settling in.
Gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I guess I
she
did
really
rush a
say
little.
that?
I swear on my life,
Creme brulee?
it was some good creme brulee.
As opposed to.
And the company was outstanding out.
Potatoes. I mean.
We also had 4 bottles of wine.
Well, there we go. It wasn't the creme brulee. It was the wine.
I'd fall asleep with that.
My gosh! Jack Nicholson, by the way,
Yes.
to digress, was born on April 22nd, 1937. So that would make him
77.
63 and 15.
78.
78.
Yep.
He was born in 1937.
Correct.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
is the 15?
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, we know we're right.
No. And the only
We
reason I
do
say
know
that
we're right.
is because I haven't had my birthday yet, so that's why I
He'll be
said
78.
77.
Right. He's 77.
and cracked
He
a
will be
hole in
77.
one?
What month is his birthday?
April.
April 22nd.
Okay, so he's 77 years old
He'll be 78.
in April, the end of April.
We're in April.
I understand that, but he is not 78 yet. He is 77 until the 28th of April.
Who gives a shit?
So I was right.
I think it's just a hell of a damn deal that the guy can swing a club and hit a hole in one.
No. This I did no Jack Nicholson,
Oh, this okay.
not Jack Nichols.
Okay.
Didn't we just have that discussion?
Jack Nicklaus is 75 years old. Do you know that he hit a hole in one today?
Really, at Augusta? No way.
It was yesterday.
Oh,
Stay with
Thank
the
you.
tour, Bob.
Hey, thank you, Ricky.
it was
Hey, did
actually
anybody
yesterday.
see the bobcat on the beach with the shark?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, are you going to share with us, or are you going to keep us all in the dark?
I'm sorry. You people on YouTube, you'll get to see this later. It's a visual. It's a visual. You have to see it. It's actually a bobcat fighting with a shark on the beach.
Oh,
And when I saw it, I immediately thought of
Bobcat.
Right.
No, I'm.
What was the shark doing on the beach?
What is the
fighting with
the Bobcat?
with the bobcat.
I was going to say more thing. Why is the bobcat on the beach?
Yeah, really.
Fighting with a shark.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do me a favor,
should
please.
take a
So I can do that.
Would
for
you take us
I
to
need a
break?
I can certainly.
Please take us to madness. Please.
Holly, thanks for coming by.
I don't know what just happened the last 5 minutes. I don't know what happened there, but creme brulee is what started it. Absolutely.
Don't forget Holly's new show coming up in May right here on Vegas Old Net Radio. Just check the archives websites. We'll have all the information. The first hour is in the books. The second hour is on the way. Cash, have you studied today? Have you studied today, sir? Birthdays are coming up next, man.
No, I didn't study.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, and dates in history, too. We've got more excitement, weird news, all kinds of stuff. Relay for Life information is on the way. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped right here Thursday night on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG, Bobcat. We're back in 2, everybody.
Welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped with Phillips and Cash, or Cash and Phillips.
Something like that.
I'm changing things, guys. I'm
Great.
changing things.
Great, you're not
Just
even
so
our
you-
wives.
Just so you
I was
know.
just going to say, yeah. Just
I-
like a woman.
I was going to leave, but I found myself making a huge mistake.
An era?
An
Of omission?
An era. I forgot to tell little people hello and that I loved them dearly. Serena, Simeon, and Gabby. I forgot to say hi to you. Hi.
That was just actually their excuse to stay up later.
That's right.
It's true. They should. Now get in bed. Night night.
Right. Night night. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a reason to cry.
A Denozo.
Denozo.
Stop
don't
crying, or I'll give you a reason.
There you go. Well, very good.
I
Now
brought
you can
you
walk in your
no,
house.
we already heard that one.
Yeah, we already heard that one.
So thank you guys for
Hey, no
me
problem.
Oh,
fix
thank
that.
You got it. Anytime. Now they'll be able to hear it on the podcast, and they'll see it on YouTube, and they can relive it over and over and over.
Thanks for letting me talk with Cash and Phillips.
You got it.
Gotcha.
That's like in cred that you did that on our show.
It's in cred. It's ridic.
That's right.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
It's ridic.
I
Correct,
think
correct.
it's totes my goats.
It's totally totes my goats.
Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday today, April 9th, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, and you're celebrating a birthday with these people. I think I just pulled a muscle.
You always do
Oh, my
on
God.
stuff like that.
Oh, Jesus, criminy. All right, fellas. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mr. Cash?
I'm always ready.
I know you are. All right, here we go.
Wait a second. We got JPEG. Are you in on this tonight, or are you out tonight?
I'm out.
You're out tonight. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Cash, it's you and me, buddy. Here we go. Head to head, man.
Let's knock him off.
Here we go. Movie actress Kristen Stewart is turning how old today?
She's too young for me. Kristen is about, I'd say 31.
31.
29 years of age, sir.
25 would be the right answer.
Wow, she's still that young. huh?
Yeah. Pop singer Jesse McCartney is how old today?
Jesse McCartney? No, any of the McCartney, the Beatles and all that?
Nothing to do
None
with
of
those.
them? All right.
Nothing to do with those McCartneys.
All right, I just wanted to make sure there.
He was J.R. Chandler on the show All My Children, who later joined the boy band Dream Street.
28.
Where's my daughter when I need some help here?
Yeah, where'd she go? Did we
where'd
scare
she
her away?
No. You said what, 28?
Yeah, sure.
I'll go 31.
28 is the correct
Oh, Mr. Cash, hello.
Cash breaks Mr. Cash breaks the string because you guys,
We've been kicking.
Yeah, it's
you
been a
guys
while.
been sucking wind the last couple of weeks. Movie actress Ellie Fanning, Dakota Fanning's younger sister.
It's L thing.
That's what I said, Elle Fanning. She was Aurora in the 2014 Disney film Maleficent.
I'll go 25.
13.
What did you say?
13?
13. 25. Wow, we're not too far on the spectrum. How about 17, though? It's not,
Well,
not
that
too
wasn't
bad.
that far from 13.
No,
What do you
it's
look
not.
at what? That's not terrible.
Oh, absolutely.
Looked at me like I was weird.
I always look at you like you're weird.
Takes one to know it.
Absolutely. TV actress Leighton Meester.
Oh, Leighton and I are good buds.
I know you are.
Is that a girl or a guy?
That's a girl. Fans of TV's Gossip Girl know this actress and singer as the wealthy Blair Waldorf. 2011, she starred in the thriller film The Roommate.
34.
35.
29, however, would be the right answer. All right, you guys are off and flying. This man is an idol to many men. Hugh Hefner's turning how old?
He's dead.
Ooh, I just saw this
Not
today.
dead.
He's dead.
He's not dead.
He
no.
is dead.
He is not dead.
did. He is absolutely dead.
Not dead.
How much you want to bet on
What
that?
do you want to lose?
I'll tell you what. Chinese.
Okay.
Look
He's
it up.
not dead because he just turned today, I believe, 77 years of age today.
No,
Pretty close.
He died last month, guys. I'm telling you. Look it up.
I will, but let's just go with it right now. I'll look it up during the break.
83.
Garen frickin' Teed.
I said 77.
I know. I didn't get an age from him.
Because he's dead.
You said he's dead.
Okay.
So I went
You
automatically on
got an
it.
extra point.
That's
89 years old.
When he died.
He was 88.
Mr. Cash.
You look it up, and then you'll apologize.
I'm not going to apologize.
Why
I'm
wouldn't
going
you
off-
apologize?
Because I'm going off the information on the site that I have.
And I told you he's dead. And so when it proved to be right, you have to apologize.
I don't have to do jack
Somebody
diddly
go to
poo.
scope.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I don't.
I believe you do. I would.
Yeah, I'm pulling up his Wikipedia page right now.
That's probably not even. It's probably not even up
Well, I
to
have
date.
no other way to look for
Probably
it.
not even up to date.
Oh, come on.
Well, according to a news release today that's out on Yahoo News, it says Hugh Hefner is not dead. There has been reports, but he is not dead. This according to today. Now it says Hugh Hefner dead 215, Playboy founder killed. Okay.
I mean, how many times has somebody been posted on the internet that they've been dead, and to find out that it's just one of
It wasn't on the internet. It was on the news.
How about Betty White died?
Betty White's died so many times in the last 5 years.
But not on the news, she isn't.
Yeah, she was reported on the news too.
She dyed her hair at home. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right, moving along.
It's one up, buddy.
Moving along. Jeez, we get so sensitive over a stupid game. Jenna Jameson.
A Bonanza High School graduate,
I
buddy.
guess I don't have to tell you who she is.
Was married to who? You knew she was married to?
No.
Tito Ortiz. Who? The MMA fighter.
That's right, Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz. Boy, she got two hot-looking little boys. Got fire engine red hair, buddy. We saw her at Walmart a couple of weeks ago.
45.
Jenna's 43 years of age.
Can't say 40.
I just lost the page. Hold on. Jenna's turning 41 today.
Ooh, that's pretty close to that.
Actress Keisha Knight Pulliam. Of course, some of you who watch The Cosby Show, she betrayed the little child Rudy Huxtable, and she ain't no little anymore, I'll tell you that much.
37.
39.
36 would be the correct answer.
Ooh.
Come on back, come on back, come on back, page. All right, next one up. As soon as my page resets here, actor Dennis Quaid is turning how old?
He's the one that got thrown out of people's houses for squatting and everything, right?
That was Randy Quaid.
Oh, Randy.
That was his brother.
Oh, his brother.
Dennis was in that good show.
He played Jack Lamb in Vegas or Las Vegas, whatever it's called.
It was Vegas.
He's the older of them, right? Isn't he?
Yes, I think so.
56.
62.
61, though, would be the correct answer. TV actor Mark Pellegrino is turning how old?
What did he play in?
I'll bring it up here in a second. Villain character actor who has recurring roles in the television series Supernatural, Being Human, Dexter, and Lost.
48.
52.
50 would be the correct answer. Actress Cynthia Nixon is turning how old?
She was in a Sex and the City chick, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
The redhead.
The redhead? That's the one that's the redhead? 51, sir.
58.
49 would be the correct answer. TV actress Michael Learned is turning how old?
And Mrs. Walton? Is that Mrs. Walton?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Mama
Mama
Walton.
Walton.
Well, not Mama.
That was Grandma Walton. Mama Walton today, birthday, will be 73.
72.
76, though, would be the right answer. You guys are all around it, but you ain't hitting them. And I think that, based on what's left on my list, is going to do it, because I don't think you want to. I got a couple on here. If I throw them at you, they're doozies.
Do it.
Let's go. Come on. Break the tie.
Tiebreaker right here. Korean actress Katsuni is turning how old?
Rooney.
He's turning how old today? Vietnamese French adult film actress who is most known for her shapely figure and her amalgamation into pop culture.
Sunni.
She won the 2007 AVN Award for Female Foreign Performer of the Year.
29. I've seen her. 29.
31.
36 is the correct answer, gentlemen.
And the nominee for the best.
Careful, we have a newbie here in the studio.
A virgin.
Okay.
That's
what she said.
Oh, my goodness
Just
gracious.
repeating
Oh,
it.
my
And
Lord.
now she's sorry she said
I know. You're going to have to Ray Finkel and Chuck Dobbs. They're going to... Okay, last one to tie. Okay, here's someone who's no longer around. Let's see if you could tell me what year he passed. Golfer Seve Ballesteros.
Seve.
What year did he pass?
I remember this guy, but
2000.
2002.
2011 would be the correct answer. We're going to end birthdays right there. Thank you very much. Mercifully, once again, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped. All right. Some dates in history to see how learned Mr. Cash is with his history. Here we go. What year the coronation of England's King Henry V
King Henry V.
took place in Westminster Abbey? What year, Mr. Cash?
Wow, Henry V.
Henry V, not the 8th.
I know, because
The
Henry
fifth.
VIII I am.
I know.
I'm going to say 1591.
1413 would
There
be the
you
correct
go.
answer.
Good old Henry. A lot of years between the Henrys.
Yes, absolutely. What year did French explorer Robert de La Salle claim the Mississippi River Basin for France?
1521.
1682 would be the correct
What the hell is
answer.
going on around here?
What year did Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrender his army to Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia?
It's today. It's April 9th.
Right, but what year?
1865.
There you go. Very good. What year the first game was played at Ebbets Field, the newly built home of the Brooklyn Dodgers lost to the Philadelphia Phillies 1-0.
1866.
No. I'm going to say around 1919.
1913 would be the correct answer. Singer Marian Anderson performed a concert at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. after being denied the use of Constitution Hall by the Daughters of the American Revolution.
1960.
1939. What year during World War II Germany invaded Denmark and Norway?
The Neuve of them.
I'm telling you, they didn't even bring lunch.
1942.
1940 would be the correct answer. Let's see.
I knew that.
What year NASA presented its first 7 astronauts? Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper, John Glenn, Gus Grissom, Wally Schirra, Alan Shepard, and Donald Slayton. Architect Frank Lloyd Wright also died on this day, in Phoenix, Arizona. What year was that? I'll give you double bonus points if you can name the year for NASA and the age that Frank Lloyd Wright died. It's a double bonus. It's like double Jeopardy.
I'm going to say 1961 for the astronauts.
Okay.
And Frank Lloyd Wright would have been 71 years old.
1959 for NASA, 91 years old for Frank Lloyd Wright. Boy, oh boy. Here you go. 2 more real fast. This one you should nail pretty. I'm lobbing you a fastball right down the heart of the plate here. The newly built Astrodome in Houston featured its first baseball game, an exhibition between the Stros and the Yankees with Lyndon Baines Johnson in attendance. What year did the Astrodome get opened? Come on, it's got right down the heart of the plate, Mr. Baseball. Astros won 2-1, by the way, in 12 innings.
1965.
Oh, he nails it.
Right to go, Cash.
Homer to deep
Way to
center.
go.
Last but not least, what year did the Space Shuttle Challenger end its first mission with a safe landing at Edwards Air Force Base in California?
1975.
1983. Space Shuttle program was not in the 70s.
Wasn't late 70s?
No. I'm surprised on that one that you didn't get that.
I would have
All
thought
right.
it was.
But you got the fastball down the middle. That does
Yeah.
it for Dates in History. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped here at VegasOnNetRadio.com. Bob Kent on the board, JPEG on the camera, Phillips and Cash holding for it. And now when we come back on the other side, Little Relay for Life of Henderson coming up at you April 18th, noon to midnight. More details on the other side with our guest. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, welcome back. April 18th, Foothills High School. Phillips and Cash will be making their 4th MC appearance down at Relay for Life, which now is called Relay for Life of Henderson because our friends down at, what was it, the South
Valley.
South Valley. I always screwed up the name. Henderson is much easier to remember. Our friends joined forces with the Henderson folks who now will be called the Relay for Life of Henderson, but it still will be down at Foothills High School from noon to midnight. Right, Mr. Cash?
That's what I understand.
All right. Well, I hope so because that's when we're planning on being there. So we're either going to be really alone early, but joining us is the new team ambassador who will be making certain that everybody will be smiling and having a good time is Smiley Maile is the way she likes to be recognized. Welcome to Vegas Unwrapped.
Thank you, Ricky and Phillips, for having me. I appreciate it.
Get that right there. There you go. Put that right there. You go. You got it.
Okay.
Welcome. And how did you draw the short straw to come on with us tonight?
There was an email that went around, and I was the only one who responded.
That's
Darn
funny.
it.
That is funny, too.
That's because everybody knows.
Well, Chuck's been here, and Ray's been here, and we've destroyed their characters,
That's
so
right.
why not?
Yeah, we had Ray on, back in October or something, didn't we?
Yeah.
So kind of doing some preemptory stuff. So Relay for Life, just on the off chance that there's a listener out there who is not familiar with what Relay for Life is, let's give us a quick synopsis of what this event is all about.
The Relay for Life is an open house for the American Cancer Society. You can come out, you can see all of the neat services that the American Cancer Society provides. They celebrate survivors. They kick it off with a survivor lap. They celebrate birthdays. They have a luminaria ceremony with lots of lights and memory time. You can do things in honor of and memory of. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening.
Last year they took, if memory serves, again, we were talking about this with Miley before we came on back on the air. The highlight for us, I mean, we're up on stage, we're doing announcements and scavenger hunts and all sorts of stuff. But for us, the highlight for the years that we've been doing this is getting to read off the names during the Luminaria service. And last year what they did, I don't think they did, maybe they did, I just don't remember, up on the bleachers underneath the press box at the field there. They had the bags that spelled out the word hope. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was tremendous.
It was great.
Because they turn off all the lights on the field, and literally the only thing lighting up the field is the bags on the track.
With the lights.
With the lights. And it's such a touching ceremony for us to read 200 names and honor and they're not just those who lost their battle, but they're survivors as well. It for us is the highlight, for us to be out there. So what changes now that South Valley and Henderson now are joining forces? I mean, obviously it's going to make the event bigger and better because you've got twice the participants, hopefully.
The idea is for it to be bigger and better, absolutely.
Okay. So where are you at right now with registrations? How many teams? Who's your major sponsors?
We have 27 teams this year.
Great.
We've got a few pending. Hopefully they'll get on board once they hear the radio show tonight.
Get in there.
That's right. We have raised over $35,000 this year.
What's your goal this year?
Our goal is 50.
Okay.
So I think we're going to hit that. I think we're going to hit that and blow past it at the night of the event.
Okay.
There's fundraising that goes on at each individual team's tent.
Right.
So it's easy, greasy.
Now, didn't the South Valley raise nearly $100,000 last year or something?
I believe so.
Or 80 or 90,000 or something like that.
I believe it was somewhere in that vicinity.
Okay.
The difference being this year is Vegas has their own relay.
Okay.
Vegas has, and they had all the casinos and sponsorships from there.
Gotcha.
So while we don't have that, we still intend to get bigger and better with our Chamber of Commerce and
more the grassroots participation.
That's right.
So who's your major sponsors this year?
Dignity Health is our sponsor this year.
Okay.
They're also going to have a big tent out there handing out some goodie bags, so you don't want to miss it. Stop by and see what they've got to offer you as well.
I got to ask one question.
Yes.
Joe Angle going to be there with his big grill this year?
Yes.
Okay. He makes
You're going to get your Philly steak.
There you go. He makes a mean cheesesteak. Exactly right.
Is the mayor coming out again?
You know what? He is tied up at the Henderson Parade this year.
Mm-hmm.
However, Jerry Schroeder will be out to take his place.
Very nice.
And for those of us who don't know who that is, who is Jerry? Just one of the dignitaries down with the mayor. Gotcha.
She's a very generous donor.
All right, hey, we'll take it. Donors are good.
Donors are great.
Donuts are good too. But anyway, no, that's good. Now, entertainment, of course.
There will be so much entertainment, and let me say you don't want to miss it. There will be Elvis isn't going to be in the house. We will have a Grease Lightning show from Foothill High School.
Oh, cool.
They're going to come out and kick it off. We'll have the Fishing Bank, the Fishing Gang.
Okay.
Didn't play that last year.
The Mandaliers, they'll be out there, and they're all doing 50s theme. It is a 50s theme this
Oh,
year.
it is.
Oh, so that might be nice.
All right, good. So
Good.
we'll have to wear our. Well, I would say
How about the Frozen T-shirt contest?
that's
There-
our favorite.
We have moved the Frozen T-shirt up into the daylight hours so that you can put that Frozen T-shirt on while it's sunny outside. How about that?
What is the weather forecast for that Saturday? Is it too early?
I think it's too early. Last I looked, it was at Thursday.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be in the 80s and not
That would
windy
be
like
nice.
last
Yeah,
year.
'cause
Last year was ridiculous.
Oh my goodness gracious! You're not kidding.
52 degrees and dropping.
It
you
was
wear-
cold and rainy to set up.
Did you wear a Frozen T-shirt, Mr.
Oh,
Cash?
was it cold?
Was it
It was so cold last year.
like better than those bucket challenge things?
Oh, the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the ice bucket challenge?
No.
You wimp.
I did it.
I was ready.
Why didn't
Just
you do it?
never got arranged.
And whose fault is that?
My people.
Your people. All right. Jeez. So
They never got to me on it.
27 teams, which amounts to how many participants? How many minimum members per team? Is it 4?
There's no minimum number. Some teams have one person on it.
Oh, really?
My particular team is the largest team. We have 36 members
What time
currently.
is your team?
Nice.
I am with Anne's Journey.
Nice.
I relay with my very best friend Anne. She's my co-captain and
There you go.
conspirator.
Well, there you
And
go.
where did you find that many people?
You know what? They are all very, very generous church friends, PTA friends, just very close block friends. We just all band together. We play bunco. We do all sorts
Cool.
of fun stuff together.
Nice.
Cool. Because usually Ray Finkel, he usually puts together a pretty big team, too.
Yeah, and the hotels, there were a couple of hotels. I think Caesars had a good
Yeah,
team.
but like she said, they're not
You
going to be
know,
there this year
oh, wow.
because
No.
Vegas as a city did their own
We are the leader this year.
in terms of dollars raised.
Yes.
Very good. And your team?
My team,
How
we've
much
raised
you
over
raised?
$6,000 this
That's
year alone.
great.
That's awesome.
Now I saw something posted on Facebook, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but there was something out there about a minimum $100 deposit or donation. You get something.
If you raise $100 by 1 month before the date of the relay, you receive a Hope T-shirt. We did order some extra T-shirts this year, so if you come out there, you raise your $100 and you register yourself at the event, we might have a T-shirt out there for you.
Okay, and that's the Hope T-shirt you're wearing right now.
Well, I'm wearing the team captain version of this shirt, but there will be a white shirt that is identical to the front.
Sounds good.
I have like 6 shirts I get to wear this year.
Do you? Wow.
Nice.
Good
do
stuff.
Do they have 4X and 2X sizes?
I think we got some 3Xs out there.
I'll have to shrink. Because Vegas and Wrap will plan on making a little donation and contribution, as we usually do, to Relay for Life. We're not sure of the dollar amount yet because of the Ricky Cash fan club continues to bring in money, which we use to raise funds that we can donate back to the community. So we will also be making a contribution next 2 weeks, a week from
A
Saturday.
week from Saturday already.
Wow.
Time flies.
Boy, it better not be as cold as last year. That was nasty.
Well, maybe we move this Saturday to next Saturday because this Saturday's going to be 82.
Yeah. You know what? I think my phone goes that far out. Let me see if my phone will bring up. Let's see.
So tell us about what you're going to do next year.
You do
Look
that.
a week ahead and then
Oh,
done.
My
goodness.
like-
Next year. Boy, you're
Yeah.
putting me on the spot.
Because I hear next year you're going to like really be in charge.
Yeah, I'm going to be in charge next year. I don't know what that actually means.
What does
I
that
think
mean?
that there's a whole committee that kind of runs the whole thing. I just got to make sure everybody talks to each other. It's a team building activity. No, we actually are going to branch out a little bit, join the Chamber of Commerce. We're going to create what we're calling a purple panel. We're going to get together with the, like he said earlier, with the grassroots of the community and really find out what Henderson is.
Excellent.
What do people think Henderson is? And we want to really relate to that when we bring it out.
I think it's the second largest city in the state.
Henderson Unwrapped.
I like it. I like where you're going.
According to the extended forecast per Sprint here, next Saturday, 88 degrees.
Nice.
I can take that.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And the
Maybe-
following Saturday,
maybe a little too hot.
49.
49 and 3 inches of snow.
Stop it.
No. The 18th is 88, so it should be a beautiful day.
Yeah,
Nice,
it'll be
great.
there.
Come on down, have some fun.
There was one year that it was around 88 or even in the 90s, if
Yeah.
I remember, because we drank 19 bottles of water that day
Yeah,
between us.
it's crazy. I mean, April, you just never know what kind of weather you're going to have, and we've certainly run the gamut. If somebody wants to make a donation right now as they're hearing this, What can they do if they can't make it down to the event?
relayforlife.org.
Okay.
You can donate to the entire cause, or you can choose a team that you want to relay, or you can even choose a person's name if you know of anybody. But feel free to donate.
Okay. And if people do want to come down, it's free to the public. They can
It
come
is
down?
free. There is no registration fee. We would like to get your information from you when you walk in there. We want to see you back the next year. So if you don't mind filling out a quick 3 lines, that'd be great.
Cool.
But all are welcome, and yes, it is free. There were so many activities. There will be a rock wall for the kids. There's Bounce You is going to bring out a football and a soccer game interchangeable. Pino's Palette is going to be out there, and it's only $20 to paint on a canvas this year, and all proceeds go to the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life of Henderson.
Are they going to cut hair again?
Well, they will be doing Pantene Beautiful
Pantene.
Locks, and
Nice.
that I believe is at 8:30 in the evening. You got to have 10 inches of
10?
virgin hair.
Wow, 10 inches.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I think we're close here.
I didn't quite make it this year.
Oh,
Next
no?
year. Next year. I did it my first year. That was 3 years ago. I did it.
Ah, very cool.
Wow,
Well,
that's-
Cash and I did it, and we haven't recovered.
No.
That's a great thing too. You know, we did
Yeah,
that.
I got a couple-
here in
I've
the
got a couple
studio.
of ear hairs that might make it. You know.
Yes, you did the Pantene hair thing here.
Yeah, we did it
Wow,
actually
but-
here in the studio.
That's right. I remember. I was here for that.
Yeah, about a year ago, man. We cutting hair left and right and putting ponytails on the walls and everything.
It's such a cool deal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is nice.
You know that they actually provide the wigs free to the American Cancer Society for us to provide those that have gone through treatment and no longer have any hair. Maybe it be chemo. They get free wigs out of that.
Now, you're also doing the Survivor lunch before the event, right?
There will be a Survivor ceremony and luncheon in the Survivor tent. I believe that begins at 1.
Oh, okay. So you're not doing it in the school where they've done it in the past?
We're going to keep it on the field this year.
Oh, okay.
Keep it on the field.
Keep it on the
Dag
field. We
nabbit.
got a giant tent next to Pino's Palette. Survivors paint for free.
Very
So don't
cool.
forget to come out there. If you're a survivor, come on out. You're going to paint for free. We've got all sorts of goodies for you.
I should send Miss Bobcat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miss Bobcat is a 2-time cancer
I
survivor.
know. I
Yes.
remember,
Well, I've
yeah.
got some bracelets here for you survivors who you have here in the building. I have some
Okay.
caregiver bracelets as well.
Great. Well, Bobcat certainly needs one. His like you just said, his wife, 2-time.
Ovarian
2-time.
cancer, yes.
So very good. All right.
That's really
Hey,
cool.
guess what, Miley? You survived.
I did survive. You made it easy on me. I appreciate you.
Well, there's nothing hard about what we do. We just try to make it relaxing, get informative. That's all. Well, thank you for coming up, representing. We appreciate it.
And we'll take whatever goodies you have.
You have goodies, whoever. By the way, did you place an order for our T-shirts with Ray?
Yes, I did.
With Chuck or whoever?
Yeah, I told Chuck.
Okay, so we'll have them when we get down there.
Oh, hopefully.
What color did they go with this year?
This year, they're white for the Hope members.
What about the regular shirt? Are they all Hope shirts this year?
They're all Hope shirts.
Oh, okay.
They all say Hope. White is for the folks who come in and join the teams. The blue is for team captains. Green is for committee. So if you want to know a question when you get to Relay for Life, come see somebody in a green shirt.
Our biggest question is a request. Keep us close to the stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're always close to the stage.
Yeah, a little spot.
How are you going to walk up and down the steps this year?
My cane.
Jeez.
We'll build a ramp just for you.
Oh, that would be nice.
Do you think you'll be able?
We'll get him a rascal.
I got.
He still hasn't gotten over his Cain and Abel stuff from the
We
first
have.
hour.
We've forgotten it.
You ignored it.
I did. We have white, we have orange, we have yellow from the first 3 years that we were.
Yes.
White was last year,
Right?
Orange
was the year before,
and then yellow was the first year. Right.
Maybe he hooked you up with the green this year.
Ooh, that would be cool.
We'll see.
Then people will be asking you questions.
Which we
Yeah,
can
I'm not
answer.
sure you actually want that.
That's okay.
Maybe a blue for the team captain.
That's all right.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's all right. Not a problem.
Hey, if you stop by Ann's Journey, we have some T-shirts too. We're the Grease theme this year, so we've got pink ladies and T-birds.
All right.
T-birds. Cool.
Birds. Excellent. Miley, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing you in 10 days.
Thank you so
You
much.
excited?
I am very excited.
Smiley Maile from Relay for Life.
We'll be
Henderson.
looking for her.
That's right. Whatever you need, she's there to take care of it. All right, Vegas Unwrapped, still on the air. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right, here's a question for you, gents.
All righty.
All right,
Slide that over there to you, Ricky.
here's a story for you. This is a headline in our paper, the RJ today. I have it online. You ready for this one?
Okay.
Kids are getting phones as early as how old would you say?
4.
4,
I'd say 5 going to kindergarten.
5,
6.
6. Kids are getting phones as early as 6 years old now.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
New survey in Child Guild magazine, a resource guide for parents, found that the average American child gets their first cell phone when they're 6 years old. The survey, which interviewed nearly 2,300 American parents, found that 31% of children received a cell phone for security reasons, while 25% received one so that children could keep in contact with their family. 20% of parents gave their children cell phones so they could keep up with their friends in school. Now, my daughters, of course, wanted cell phones like everybody else did. And I was vehemently against it for so long. But then I started relenting for some of the same reasons that I just read off. Security, safety, you need a ride somewhere, whatever. So I'm not one of these parents that just gave everything to their kids. They had to earn it. And everything that they have, they deserved. My kids, they're far from spoiled, but they appreciate what they got and what they did.
That's obvious.
And Cash can vouch for what I'm about to say. I made my daughters write a 2-page, double-spaced essay to convince me why, at the age of 9, they should have cell phones.
I like that.
They had to convince me.
That's good stuff.
Okay? So I started relenting a little bit because then I said, well, maybe I'll look at pay-as-you-go phones, right? This way the phone, I don't get charges to Spain and for an hour or whatever, right? Then, with the help of Robin, they went to, at the time, I think we were on Verizon before we switched over. And she found that the pay-as-you-go phones are actually more costly than the regular phones. You pay $1 a day before you even load time on your phone.
Right.
So those 2 phones, before I even pay for time on the phones, was going to cost me $60 a month. Then I'd have to load time on it. So I was probably looking at close to $100, $150 a month for these 2 phones. What did you say?
Nothing. Go right ahead.
What did you say, you Jew bastard?
No, I didn't.
Two Italians and a Jew walk into the bar. Where's Leonetti when we need him?
Yeah, where's Leonetti?
So, sure enough, they
block past it.
They did their research, of course, with the help of my wife, and they went to the Verizon store, and they came back with their information. And that's how I gave them their phones. Now, here's the funny thing.
I didn't think it was as early as 9. Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was more like 12.
No, they had their phones for a couple of years before their bus.
Man, I didn't get mine till I was almost 40. My parents
I didn't get
really
mine.
sucked.
I was going to say I didn't get mine till a week ago. But here they thought when we signed. Here's the funny part. We did a little bait and switch on them because they thought by getting phones they were going to get whatever the greatest phone was at the time. Right? I'm going to get it. So my wife and I at the time had the Samsung red flip phones. The flip phones were hot 15 years ago or whatever it was. So we said, okay, we're going to tell you what we're going to do. Okay? You have to show us responsibility with the phones. So we're going to give you our old phones. And we're going to take the new phones off of these new ones we're getting for you. You show us for a year when the contract on these 2 phones runs out, then we'll start getting you phones that you want with one condition. What's that, Daddy? Your phones can never have more gadgets on it than mine. You cannot have more bells and whistles than my phone would ever have. So sure enough, they respected the phones and they handled it well. And a year later, we started upgrading their phones. But, the society today, 6, 8, 9, 5. Yeah. Phones when we were growing up.
They're already computer literate by that age, a lot of them.
Absolutely.
And I don't know.
On Saturday night, I do a show over on our Spanish station, and it's a music Mexican, Hispanic type of show, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the co-hosts has a little daughter that they bring. She can't be about 3 or 4 years old, right? Sweet little thing. Boy, you talk about this girl can run this phone, and I'm watching. She's 4 years old, and she's just like, and I need to find the Taylor Swift video, and I'm this, and I'm 4 years old, and I'm sitting here going, my God, what the hell's going on here? But she's right on it, 4 years old. On it. So
it's amazing, the technology and the advances. It's just nuts. But anyway, I saw that story on the RJ, and I'm thinking 6 years old. They're just learning how to potty train pretty much by then. They're just done training, and they're getting cell phones. Geez Louise.
It's amazing.
Would you have let your daughters get it at 6?
Not at 6.
Not at 6. How old was Stephanie when she got her first phone?
I think around 12.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was
12,
probably
I think 12 would be good.
Yeah, she was in middle school already.
Just getting ready to be a teenager
and
going
middle
into
school
middle school.
She always had the excuse, well, what if I have to get in touch with you, you know?
So here's my
That's when they
question.
stop putting they start eliminating payphones all over the place.
Yeah.
You remember when you used to drive the car and you could drive up to a payphone and sit from your car and
Yeah.
make a call? Can't find them anywhere anymore.
I think I've been here 5 years. I think I have seen 3 payphones in this town.
What's a payphone? Someone's going to ask you that at some point.
7-Eleven.
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah. If it's working.
Yeah.
If it's still working.
But here's my question, and with your kids having cell phones at that age, how many times did you call that they did not answer?
No, they knew. No. We gave them. Look, my wife and I were once ridiculed by a family member that we're too strict on our kids, but
It looks like it's paid off.
I would say there's no complaints.
Yeah.
Okay, and if they're still complaining, tough. You know what?
Yeah.
We gave them strict rules. If we call you, you better call us back. All right, you miss a call because
Unless you're driving.
Well, no. Well, at the time they weren't driving.
I know.
But all right, granted, you get one miss, but you better call us back.
That bike you have to hold on with
That's
two
right.
hands.
Yeah.
You know?
They didn't have Bluetooth for bikes back
Yeah.
then. But if you miss a call, that's fine. We understand something, but you better call us back quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose the phone. I mean, they lost the phone a couple of times early on. I mean, no phones at the dinner table.
Right.
No calls during dinner. 6 o'clock from 7 or whatever it was, we're eating dinner. Everybody, my wife and I also, no cell phones because it's our time. You're done on your phone at 7. If I hear you talking on the phone at 8 o'clock when you're supposed to be in bed, you're losing the phone. They had very strict requirements because I needed them to respect the responsibility of what a cell phone is all about. So, but 6, in my opinion, I think 6 is a little too young.
I agree.
I
agree.
Taking it to kindergarten at 6, are you kidding? All right, you know what time it is.
Hold on, I got a third grader on the phone.
Cash's dream come true. Anyway, we'll be back on the other side with the weird news right after this.
Still too young.
All right, welcome back. Vegas Unwrapped. It is that time of the show where we actually start feeling good about ourselves because we realize the rest of the world is pretty screwed up. Mr. Cash, why don't you kick us off with a weird news story?
Well, I think I can do that.
So.
This can't possibly be true.
No.
Yep. According to the mayor of Rio de Janeiro, it appears that some of the 2016 Summer Olympic aquatic events will take place among floating household trash and raw sewage in Guanabara Bay.
Really? God.
Although Mayor Eduardo País noted to the Associated Press in March that the events are scheduled for the cleanest part of the bay. To acquire the games, organizers had a promise, a massive cleanup. But now, with 500 days to go, País conceded that the goals will not be met and that, indeed, infrastructure improvements still have not halted the sewage flow by the bay. So can you imagine? You're doing synchronized swimming, and you pick up your mouth.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna read the second story under "Can't Possibly Be True," Mr. Cash.
All right.
Despite the skepticism of a few tech writers, the internet pornography super site Pornhub insists that it is. Are you old enough to hear this, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
That it is developing a wristband that stores energy enough to power a cell phone that can be generated by the up and down motion of masturbation.
No way.
Pornhub announced in February that it will soon begin recruiting human testers for its, quote, wank band.
Wank band?
A wank band. Folks, you can't make this stuff up.
You certainly can't.
Your turn. Follow that one, smarty pants.
It's hard to do that. It really is. But we'll try this one. Trying to stake out a position on the Paris murderous staff of Charlie Hebdo magazine, Pope Francis in January told an audience during his Philippines tour that freedom of speech is important, but there are limits. As my good friend Dr. Alberto Gasbari, who organized the Pope's visit, was standing at his side, says a curse word against my mother, Francis said, he can expect a punch.
I read that.
He then threw a mock punch at Father Gasbari. The Vatican press office was later moved to clarify that violence in God's name can never be justified.
I'm not a Catholic, but I'm liking that guy more and more that I hear about him, you know?
I got one. You want one?
Go for it. Yes.
Would you like to know how your tax dollars are working in the state of California, gentlemen?
God, no.
Well, let me tell you, a federal judge in San Francisco has ordered California to pay for a sex change operation for a male prisoner that could cost us up to much as $100,000, and the taxpayers have got to cover this bill. That's right, U.S. District Court Judge John Tiger ruled Thursday that Michelle Leigh B. Norsworth, who was born Jeffrey Brian Norsworth, should go and undergo a gender reassignment, okay? And the state of California is going to pick the tab up $100,000. That's where our tax dollars are going, guys.
The brain is working overtime.
I only have one thing to say about that.
Go ahead.
I wonder if he'll come up with a case of Campbelltown.
Oh, God. You've just
your daughter's here,
I was
man.
just going to say, you just embarrassed your daughter.
No, oh my goodness gracious, I worked
That's what father's for, right? We
why
can't
not?
embarrass
That's
our
right.
kids. What the heck?
Moving right along. Chicago's WGN-TV
Oh, wait a minute. It's my turn.
was forced to apologize in March for a misjudgment in booking
Turn
its
his mic
morning
off,
show after an unconventional circus performer in a live television publicity segment took a power saw to the metal box affixed
If you're going to cut turn, at least read the damn story right.
dancer Shanna Vaughan Gabor of Circus de La Femme created dazzling shower
my
of
story in
sparks,
about showing genitals. Great.
provoking the male host to first demand that the camera cut away, but then admitting, I've been waiting all my life
Thank you
to
for
meet a
listening to
woman like
Vegas Unwrapped
this.
tonight. Want to thank our guest, Holly. Are you done reading that one yet?
I'm done now.
What did you say? Are you
I'm done.
Send your cards and letters.
That's
dude.
right. If we've totally embarrassed you or insulted you, Vegas Unwrapped our cash. You didn't even tell the story about how you got renamed to Crash.
No, how did I?
Who named you that?
Some guy in the police force.
Jeez. Thank you to Holly Davis, new show host coming up May 7th, 11 a.m., called Good Medicine, for spending time with us in the first hour. I think that show is going to be dynamite and is going to be well needed for a lot of people.
I think so too. I think she's going to have a good show.
Want to thank
I'm going to be listening.
I'm going to want to thank Smiley Maile from Relay for Life of Henderson for coming down and sharing some information about this year's event, April 18th, noontime to midnight down at Foothills High School, down in the south part of the valley. And want to thank everybody for listening tonight. Want a special shout out to the folks on the podcast and YouTube who are catching us through that avenue. Bobcat, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
JPEG, as always, good doing it with Styles. And Bobby Kitty, so nice to meet you. Welcome to Vegas. We'll be talking more because we have some ideas for you. All right? No bartending. You don't want to do that anymore, do you? No. You want to get out of that. Okay, we have a few ideas. All right? Next week, remote. We'll be on site,
Live in the well.
doing our shtick.
I have a remote.
You do, I know. Bring it with you next week.
Yeah, the cat's away with my slipper.
Join us next Tuesday for the Tony Martini Show at 3 p.m. here on Vegas All Night Radio, as always, Thursday nights. Thank you for listening, Mr. Cash. Be kind to each other. Why is that?
We are all we have.
Have a great week, everybody, from Vegas Unwrapped.